This is not going to be a breakdown. Instead, it's just a video on upcoming Apex card which is not as good as fans want. But here I am to tell you its plus points and all the fights you need to watch. I'm the guy with the Indian accent and you are on Fightbook. First of all, let's talk about the prelims because there is not much interesting stuff in it except a few things. Card starts with a heavyweight fight no one gives an F about, and then a lightweight bout I do not know if anyone cares. Third fight is a women's flyweight bout between two unranked fighters where Julia Stoliarenko takes on Luana Carolina. Stoliarenko is coming off a win over Molly McCann at the co-main event of UFC London where she was definitely not supposed to win. She was 1-4 in the UFC going to that fight and it was also her debut in the flyweight division, but she pulls off the upset and silenced the crowd. 10 of her 11 wins came via armbar submission, all in the very first round. Let's see if that McCann win was fluke or she is gonna do really better in this new division. Leaving the next featherweight bout, here comes Themba Gorimbo, who is famous for crying when The Rock met him and gifted him a new house after listening to his poor story. Gorimbo is currently 1-1 in the UFC, coming off a decision win over Takashi Sato. Next is a flyweight bout which you should watch because of this 17-0 undefeated fighter Azat Maksum. If he pulls off a win in this second UFC fight, he will join Shavkat Rakhmonov and Movsar Evloev as the number 1 on the top undefeated list. Both of the others are already in the title contention, but Maksum is currently a new rising star who needs to improve himself more. He made his debut against Tyson Nam, who has lost 3 of his last 4 fights. But still, it was a hard-fought split decision victory. Now he will try to prove himself against Charles Johnson, who is on a losing streak of 3 fights, so it's obvious UFC wants Maksum to win. There is another fighter whom UFC wants to win and that is Molly McCann, the featured prelim of the card. She is a pretty well-known and famous fighter. Some loves her and some hate, but UFC definitely loves her. That's why when she has lost back-to-back fights, she is now given Diana Belbita once again. Yes, both have already fought where McCann beat Belbita by a unanimous decision. Let's see if she can do it again. Main card will start with a good welterweight scrap, but let's move towards the next one, which is a middleweight bout between 14-0 undefeated Aliaskhab Khizriev against Mahmoud Muradov. Muradov is looking for his second straight win with a 4-2 UFC record. His previous win was against Brian Barberena via unanimous decision. Although Muradov's hype train has been derailed, he still is a very well-rounded fighter and will prove to be a tough competition for Aliaskhab Khizriev, who is coming off his promotional debut win against Denis Tulunin via second round submission. Before that, he previously competed in Dana White's Contender Series where he defeated his opponent via submission in just 50 seconds. It's an unranked fight, but believe me, it's gonna be a tough one. There is another women flyweight fight in the main card as well, but a bigger one. Number 9 ranked Natalia Silva will try to take Viviane Araujo's number 7 spot in the rankings. Silva is on a 10-fight win streak, 4 of them in the UFC. Women flyweight division is already getting so much more interesting and competitive, and if Natalia Silva beats the gatekeeper this Saturday, there will be a new entry on the top of the division. Randy Brown was scheduled to face Muslim Salikhov on December 16 at UFC 296. However, the bout was scrapped after Brown withdrew due to illness. Now it's finally happening this weekend. Randy Brown has won 5 of his last 6 UFC bouts and is coming off a win over Wellington Turman. Muslim Salikhov, on the other hand, has a UFC record of 6 wins and 3 losses. Looks bad, but it's not. He won 5 in a row to get a spot in the rankings, but then he lost 2 of his next 3 fights, so he lost the spot in the rankings as well. Both are so close of the top 15, so it's definitely an important fight in the welterweight division. Next is the people's main event. Number 15 Drew Dober takes on number 13 Renato Moicano. Dober holds the record for most knockouts in the UFC lightweight division. On the other side, Renato Moicano could not play a significant role in the UFC featherweight division, but as soon as he joined the lightweight division, his luck brightened. Moicano is a fan favorite with a UFC record of 9 wins and 5 losses. At the moment, he currently stands with 4-2 lightweight record, coming off a first round submission of Riddell. Both of the fighters have won their last fight and both of them finished their opponents. The winner of that fight will surely get a bigger name next. Number 8 ranked middleweight Roman Dolidze gets his career's first 5-rounder main event fight against number 11 ranked Nassourdine Imavov this weekend. He was on a 4-fight win streak when he fought Marvin Vettori and lost. Although he lost, he proved in that fight that he belongs on the top. 4 of his UFC wins came by the way of knockout, where he got the performance bonus 3 times, which is not even one for Nassourdine Imavov. Imavov's UFC record is also not better than Dolidze, as he has 4 wins and 2 losses. Imavov's last 2 fights are a loss to Strickland and then a no contest to Chris Curtis. That's why fans wanted Moicano to headline the card, but it's not happening. Maybe UFC is hoping for Dolidze to get another big win. But the fun fact here is that despite having a far better resume and being ranked higher, he enters the octagon as plus 140 underdog. Let's see if he can put himself in a position to get a chance to fight a top 5 ranked guy or not. Now I have told you about every fight which is a little or more interesting. If you think there is any other fight worth watching which I have missed, then you can definitely watch it at your home alone. Now I'll see you in the next video, so till then, do whatever you want.